everything you need to get back on the road. All set, here you go. Thank you. Take care. Get fixed now and pay later at SafeLight.com.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Oliver, never-ending possible is back. The first round, get your go-to. Second, have what she's having. What is having? Come on, try that new spicy green meat sauce. Starting at $13.99 and back for a limited time.
Brandon McCauley, Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
Woo! She called her football fan. She spelled the twins' name right.
Yeah, that's Canadians do. Very lucrative.
Oasis Breeze and Spa.
It's not as absurd as you think.
All right. We are live. Check, check.
Get it at StraighTalk.com and Walmart. A successful shindig doesn't happen by accident. It's a choice. Walmart Plus members get free delivery on more than just groceries. So I can order a Gouda.
All right, we're good. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Chase fan number 9 here. Welcome to another live stream. Today, the NASCAR Xfinity Series will make its second trip to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Focus Health 302. This race is a lap longer than the normal 200 lap race. I think it's gonna go like 302 miles. I think. This round will begin the round of 8. 3 chances for 3 different playoff drivers to lock themselves into the final 4 at Phoenix. I hope Connor Zilish can get in. He starts second today, so let's see how he does. His teammate Algar will start on the pole. Brandon Jones, Eric Almirola starting third and fourth. Nick Sanchez fifth. These are drivers to look out for. Let's see. We got Christian Eckes. He's a former winner at Vegas in the Truck Series, so look out for him to be contender. Carson Kvapil, Sheldon Creed, they are going to round the top 10. Same with Taylor Green. Oh, no, I think he's eliminated, yeah. Let's see. Daniel Hemrick starts 13th. Ryan Sieg almost won this race a year ago, but came up short. Yeah, should be good. Also, we got Trevor Bayne back in the field today. It's been a long time since we've seen him in an Xfinity car. He's driving for Sam Hunt Racing in the 24. He's got SpongeBob on it, so let's see how he does tonight. And then Ryan Ellis will start dead last. Stages 1 and 2 are both 45 laps, and the last stage is 111 laps long.
Two-time breast cancer survivor Holly Kane. She's here to say the most famous words in motorsports, joined by co-founder and chief executive officer of Focus Health, Sean Holt, along with his mother, breast cancer survivor Miss Betty Carreño.
Love that from Holly. Well, don't catch out in Vegas just yet. The race is just about to get started. The round of 8 with 300 miles out west. Up next.
You can get this fixed now and pay later. You can get this fixed now and pay later. And this. Get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLight.com.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
It will cost a curve. That's a very easy thing for somebody to talk to. I got somebody for that. I got somebody for that. There's hope for the estimated 1 in 10 men may have Crohn's disease or PD. A urology specialist who treats PD can help you create a plan, including non-surgical options. Find somebody today at gogetsomebody.com.
Here they are, new scheduled aerobursts. The first running shoe design is aerodynamics and I. They're fast.
It's the slow boat zone. Skinny airbursts, scary fast. Next week, ignite your weekend with a CW Football Saturday doubleheader. First, Washington State heads to Charlottesville for a showdown with number 19 Virginia and their high-powered offense. Then, it's Pac-12 after dark as Lafayette takes on Oregon State under the lights. CW Football Saturday. Next week at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific.
Anniversary Naturewood. Since 1948, the Keys family vision lives on in nature home furnishings, where you'll always find the best choices, quality, value, and service. Come join our celebration now during our 77th anniversary sale. Almost everything is on sale at Naturewood. Special store-wide savings on all sofas, bedrooms, dining rooms, home office, accents, and a bunch more. We'll invite you to meet our entire Naturewood family, and now in our 5th generation. Tell them Brooklyn Oven Orion sent you. I love this car, Mom. What do you think? Isn't it great? Mom, what are you doing? I'm just posting that you're getting your first car. What's that picture? What's that? Okay, okay. Press your pictures away at the Roseville Auto Mall. 20 top brands and thousands of vehicles in stock daily. Your new adventure is just a short drive or click away. Right now, save big with exceptional deals during our outstanding event. Only at the Roseville Auto Mall. Driven to be the best. As a waitress, you're running out of place. Well, if you have a 4 or 6 hour shift and you're in pain the whole time, that seems like an eternity. I was just 18. My feet were throbbing. I was just genuinely hurting. I kind of lost hope, and then I saw the whiskey store, and I decided to stop it. And in there, that's when everything changed. My name is Kristen, and that's my good news story.
See for yourself. Free personalized art support today at the Good Feet store.
You can't beat a Saturday night in Sin City. This evening, we are 60 miles north of the Strip. CW Sports welcomes you to Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the opening race in the round of 8 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. We are here once again to broadcast with everybody with Jamie McMurray and Adam Alexander. So next weekend it's Talladega. In 2 weeks we're racing in Martinsville. Better go get your business done tonight with those wild cards on the way.
Yeah, I would say the round 8 is chaos. I think tonight's the safe race, being on a mile-and-a-half racetrack. You mentioned it, Talladega, Martinsville. A lot of unknowns when we get to those two tracks.
And when you talk about the points, I know we do the reset to begin the round of 8. You see the tracks here: Las Vegas, Talladega, and Martinsville. And then you look at the points. It's so tight. In particular, if you go to from third to 8th, once again, it emphasizes how critical this race is.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt. Zillage, I think, is going to be safe in this round based on the points he's accumulated. But you mentioned it, from Brandon Jones to Sheldon Creed, they could all change by the end of stage 2.
From Jones to Creed, 15 points separating third to 8th. Going to be a good one here tonight. Green flag when we return. It's the NASCAR Xfinity Series on CW.
Big days for spring of the year at Liberty Mutual. Love saving hundreds by customizing your car insurance. And this private look is the gentleman. Until the security booth. Only paying $4. Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Happy birthday, Grandpa.
The words of wisdom for the family.
Beat number 8.
Wow. Let that sink in. Kids, I think you'd all agree that these were words that you've been fully used.
A successful shindig doesn't happen by accident. Walmart Plus members get free delivery on more than just groceries. So I can order a good with Walmart Plus.
You can get this fixed now and pay later. You can get this fixed now and pay later. And this, you can get fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLife.com.
Safe Life and pay for Safe Life in place.
steel battery. And now it's the best time to save big on over 40 hardworking steel tools. Hurry into your local steel dealer or shop online.
Dude, what are you doing? Protecting my car. That's too much work. WeatherTech is so much easier. Laser metric floor liners up here, seat protector, and cargo liner back there. Nice. So here's side window defenders, and mud flaps, and the bump step. Keep the bumper dent free. Cool. It's the best protection for your vehicle, new or pre-owned. Great. Call Carolina. WeatherTech.com.
Wi-Fi speeds as fast as home, even when you're on the go.
CW Sports will reach you back live to Las Vegas Motor Speedway 12 miles earlier today for the Xfinity Series All Junior Motorsports. Front row for 8th time this year. It is with 6 playoff drivers in the top 10 today for Xfinity. For the first two races in the round of 12 with Jones, he won at Kansas the last time there was a mile-time track meet. Victor of 8, it's 2 more playoff drivers here. Sadie Smith and Sam Mayer. And if you're looking for somebody to handle the Ryan Seaton's our 14 finished second in this race last year. Let's get a guy solid for good handle as well. This is 20, but you'll be starting on that one for 13.
It's with my woman. She doesn't help with my mind. People think I'm in that because I found it all the all day long I thank God, but nothing seems to satisfy. I lose my mind if I don't find some.
Second best finishing average in the first round, with the most points to make up, and 13 decisions in its time this year. The hallmark of this great first round gives you this point, but now it's the time to step up. Vegas was the first intermediate track that Sheldon drove a Haas factory car at earlier this year. The setups in the car have evolved. Crew chief Jonathan Toby told me earlier today they've got these cars as good as they've been all year. And Sheldon told me before we spoke to him on the interview just a little bit ago that he feels really good about this. I think they're confident with those zero and that first win that may be as close as ever. And no better time to get it done than here tonight.
Sheldon Creed enters the round of 8, 13 below the playoff cut line. 2 out, starting 6 tonight. Jesse Love, here's 2 radio.
Man, the 48's got a new paint scheme on tonight. Looks pretty cool. Let's see a different scheme on the 48 car for once. I have nothing against the original one, but this one's Dios Azul. Probably some from branded alcohol.
And the crew chief facing the field tonight, the Toyota GR Supra. It's their all junior motorsports front row. 8th time they've done it in the campaign. 12th career pole for Justin Allgaier. He takes the inside lane to his right. The man who's been red hot, the rookie, Connor Zillich. Allgaier full year in the spring. Zillich has been a runner-up in the last 2.5 mile races this season. We begin the round of 8.
All right, pace car heads to pit road. Here we go. Green flag in the Xfinity race in Las Vegas is underway. Here we go. with the sun still up in the sky, they're going to be facing that sunlight every time they come down the front stretch. It's also very windy there, so that's going to affect them big time.
We're about to have a replay of how the sprint race ended with Albuquerque getting Almirola in second, 19.
Eric Almirola battling for second with the 88.
He's going to have one lap around the bottom. Kind of normal to see the 19 overdrove that corner intentionally. Getting rid of the nose of the slide out front of him. And I thought we were going to see that crossover idiot driving down low, but he just couldn't get there.
Yeah, it seemed like Connor maybe lost just a little bit of momentum right there.
Just saw the flash all guy turn the fastest lap for the race. The Xfinity fastest lap since the purple style.
Three wide.
8 playoff drivers highlighted in blue. Only going once today. Their name will be highlighted in green, signifying they have advanced to the championship four. You referenced Agus. Here he is, racing for position. Jesse Love in the 2 and the 1. His personal foul. 21 Austin Hill didn't advance in the playoffs, but he is always good on the bottom of the cars.
But like I said, everybody is to the bottom right now. I'm hoping that as the tires burn down, like we see with the second half, maybe those 2 seconds of fall off. At the end of practice, the guys will start having to search around, trying to find somewhere. We know the preferred lane is around the bottom where there's a lot of grip, but we're going to hope that those traffic flags out just a little bit.
Steve got out a lot to try to get a spot away from Quackle. Looked like it almost got away from him in the 39. Let's go look back and look at the start of this race.
The static right there, you see some of those guys having to jump out on it. I don't see any issues with it. They all got back in line. They want you to stay in line until you get to the start finish line before you go to the lap rest. A little bit of euphoria effect right there.
One of the drivers in the middle of that, playoff driver Sammy Smith, that if you go back to this race a year ago in the playoffs, it was a race start where things got stacked up toward the nose of his race car. It really took him out of it. There's a perfect spin lap right there, qualifying for this back in the 18 spot right now. The worst of those still alive for the championship.
Well, he's just fading just a little bit here. He looked good to practice. Seemed optimistic about his car, but just doesn't have the grip that he needs. He's racing his teammate Taylor Gray right there. Ball sliding up front here.
Brandon Jones back to third, Ray slides to the 6th position after both last teams. So they're going back and forth here for that spot. NASCAR, you see sneaking in Christian Eckes is
Christian
one of
Eckes
the
looking to
trucks
be
that
inside.
didn't miss the playoffs ever. Said he's circled this to come back and get it done. It's always been one of his better
Oh yeah,
race cars.
Colleague Racing won last year in this race with what's his name, AJ Allmendinger.
Jesse Love had an incredible qualifying lap, but what a
Oh
mystery for you. You see
damn,
this to the inside of Eckes,
oof.
kind of tight behind Taylor Gray. Going to get separated from his teammate right there behind him on the apron. But those RCR cars are being good. I thought Love was a little better in practice. Heard him talk. I'm with you. I love hearing RC get on the radio. Danny Stockton, his crew chief. Those guys are committed. They're hungry.
I love the respect. You talk about Danny Stockton, the crew chief, who's a veteran, and the young driver Jesse Love. Second year from California. Both seasons he's qualified. Looking at the baby. Left front of the white line. And that Chevrolet was dancing a bit. But Love is at the 6th in the running order.
That's pretty encouraging right here. You see Eckes on the outside of Austin Hill. It's not just totally dominant down in 3 and 4. It seemed like Eckes was able to get a little bit of momentum. You see Uncle, that number one Bass Pro car, right behind them, running just a little bit higher as well. Hopefully they can get that grip in.
Our focus has been in the top 10.
Sean
Shelby
Creed's
Creed going in
20th.
the wrong direction. Double Zero has fallen to 20th. Here's their team radio.
So when he's referencing right there, it's just no grip. Like when you say you're on top of the track, you just when your car's in the track, you feel like you have a lot of grip and control. You just they've got a baseline for what they had in practice, and he thinks the grip level is just
dropped off significantly. The lap times are quite a bit slower, so I would assume everybody's feeling that. And on top of that, in that dirty air, just no grip. You see, right here for a second. Alabama got there earlier. They lost that spot. Now back underneath the 88. These two going back and forth. This has been good stuff watching them race behind Justin Allgaier. Second behind the race leader is this duo going for the runner spot. And the one thing, if you go back, look at Allgaier actually searching around a little bit in the middle of the racetrack in 3 and 4. Has a little bit of room, breathing room right there. He's either just searching for grip to see if he can find something better, or his car does not feel good on the bottom of that end. So he's just, trying to find where he can create the best lap time. Really not any quicker than Zilla, who's second right now. They're all searching around trying to find it. Just over 10 laps here in Las Vegas. Justin Allgaier started on the pole, and he's been the man in charge. And this move was key for Allgaier to get ahead of the curve and take the top spot. The reigning champ has his eyes on the return trip to Championship 4. 7 in command.
Get ahead of your curve with a bump. Explore Peyronie's disease treatments at GetSomebody4PD.com.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Vacations will never be the same. Welcome to the 4 parks of Universal Orlando Resort.
Olive Garden's never-ending pasta bowl is back. The first round, get a favorite. Your go-to. Second round, keep raving. Bolder. Have what she's having. What he's having. Get that third round of breadsticks. Go for a hot take on our new spicy green meat sauce. Now, throw some spaghetti at the wall. See what sticks. And try it all with our never-ending first course. Never-ending pasta bowl. Starting at $13.99. That's for a limited time.
Imagine if we can tell everyone here that Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance to save people hundreds. Oh, what's this? A fan has run out onto the field and he's not wearing pants. Those knee pants? And the control room sensitive. Oh, only pay for what you eat.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
There's a method to all this motorsports madness. A reason we do all this shifting. One thing. And family over a bottle of champagne. Harness this. Put in that. So you can feel like this. Now you're up to speed.
Oddities Street end up in this Vegas speakeasy with a story no one will believe. It begins with ringside seats from NGN. That meant anything was possible. So I'm chatting with this guy, not that guy, this guy, who knew another guy, who gave them a password. They let down here, through here, and along here. Well, not here. And helped them open this door. Actually, a bookcase with a hostess named Jules and an epic spot. Making it night where anything can happen. BetMGM. Make it legendary. You better get ready. It's time for the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs. There's one thing for sure. You win this. There's no going back. No going back to that place where no one knew your name. Back to that time when you didn't know the full weight of the trophy that changes everything. No going back to a world where your name was followed immediately by the champion. The NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs. Only on the CW.
To celebrate the playoffs and having our first full year of NASCAR on the CW, we're giving away boxes of NASCAR trading cards. Courtesy of Xfinity, scan the QR code to enter. You gotta get you your own card. Oh, you think I'm getting in the position here right here? On the straw, with the microphone on. The market for that would be huge. I know Sam Mayer's got one. Let's check in there. Playoff driver in the 15th position, Kim.
Yeah, and coming into this race, Sam was really optimistic. Then after practice talked to him, and maybe he lost a little bit of that confidence, but there might be bigger issues for the 41 team. Take a listen to the Motor Radio. So losing both oil pressure and voltage, Jamie, how concerned would you be only 20 laps into this race if you were getting that from your driver?
41's got some early issues.
I thought I heard him say the voltage.
Yeah, you know it's bad when Matt Benedetto is out running you.
His lap times obviously aren't the fastest, but it's not like he's crawling out there right now. So I think your hope as a crew chief is that there's just a gauge that's malfunctioning, and that is a possibility. We've seen that happen more than once this year. Saw Zilich go back and forth for second with Almirola. He might lose the third position to his best buddy, Jesse Love, driving to the front up to third now. I don't see it. Been watching him. Like the bottom work. He's passed some cars here. He didn't have the qualified lap he wanted. Really good 1 and 2. Missed it in 3 and 4. But look at the 2 car. I mean, the left front fender is below the white line. The car is really up right now. Here's what I would say about him, too. If you go back to the spring, he finished third. And he did that after they had a penalty for an uncontrolled tire. So the finish, even though it was third, really didn't show off how good they were in that race. And he's able to complete the pass. I can say when you pass the 88 this year, no way, things are going your way. For sure. The 88's been the best car we've done the last 17 weeks. And when Zilich is running outside the top 2, you're like, the world's coming to them. The sky is falling. Here's the team radio as Brandon Jones goes knocking on the door.
Caution.
And we get a caution. Debris on track.
Oh.
Saw one of the NASCAR
Debris.
monitors that was focused on that. This comes at an interesting time on how you manage the race. You get it 24 laps in, 21 laps to go in the stage. Might be a little early to flip it. And you got 4 sets of tires laying, but you want to make sure you got a couple of sets of tire stickers in the pit area for that final stage. So, someone might be willing to gamble here and come down and get a set of tires, maybe come down, put on no tires, go fuel and an adjustment, but giving up a set of tires midway through the stage, would be surprised if we see someone up front do that. Yeah, it'd be tough to do if you're, especially for one of these playoff guys. Make sure you got what you need for the end of this. I couldn't tell what that was. It was fairly large on the backstretch, but it was hard to make out if it was a brace or exactly what was playing on the track over there. I saw that surface a couple of times on one of our other monitors, so I knew that NASCAR was keeping an eye on it. And eventually, they felt like they needed to throw the caution for that debris on track. See, the pits were open. Nobody yet. Any takers? It's looking pretty ugly down there. 00 definitely needs. Yeah, Sheldon Creed. It's a good time. Even if they don't put their tires on, they can come in. If anything, you can just see if you have a tire going soft. They had fallen outside the top 25. Here's the 00, Dylan.
And Sheldon had come on the radio and just revalidated their concerns about being on top of the racetrack. Said he was super loose and just having to basically creep around the bottom. So as you see, they're not going to change tires. And Jonathan Tony, the crew chief, said they're going to swing at wedging track bar there to just try to help the 00 at least stay on the lead lap here. I think that was the biggest concern there under green is they were maybe going to be in danger of losing a lap. So hopefully these adjustments will help.
Caution, perhaps a bailout.
00 is going to do the Thompson pit road.
No issues for the reigning champ. Been a strong outing so far for number 2. These are the faces that you need to know. All of them here today, believing they are the one that will celebrate in 3 weeks on the big stage in Phoenix.
Okay, let's rewind. A freak hailstorm hit, cracking this group's windshield and causing the night to take an unexpected turn. Inside, they were greeted by Edna's warm welcome. A blank stare, be cool guys, and a TV showing football that no one wanted to change, ever. So they pulled up the BetMGM app and put together a live parlay. But what would the fourth lane be? Bingo. New York. Soon the whole bar was pulling for that parlay. To make it a place you'll never forget, BetMGM Sportsbook. Make it legendary.
Olive Garden's never-ending pasta bowl is back. The first round, get a favorite. Your go-to. Second round, be braver, bolder. Have what she's having. What he's having. Get that third round of breadsticks. Go for a hot take on our new spicy green meat sauce. You know, throw some spaghetti at the wall. See what sticks. And try it all with our never-ending first course. Never-ending pasta bowl. Starting at $13.99. That's for a limited time.
For pain in multiple spots like here, here, or here, Salon Pass patches stick firmly and remove comfortably once your pain is gone. Salon Pass. It's good medicine.
Wish someone would invent an easier way to put on your boots. Skechers has. With new premium, cozy, hands-free Skechers slip-ins boots. You just step in and go. You don't struggle to pull them on. You don't even touch them. Go hands-free with new premium, cozy Skechers slip-ins boots.
When you think work, you think boots. You think boots, you think ending the day with the same number of tools you started with. Because you're thinking heavy equipment. You think heavy equipment, you think construction. You think construction, you think welding, torching, and hammering. Without the smashing, puncturing, and scorching. Now you're thinking on your feet. When you think feet, you're thinking boots. You think boots, you're thinking area. You can get this fixed now and pay later. You can get this fixed now and pay later. And this. Get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLife.com.
Safe Life Repair, Safe Life Replace.
There's a reason we do all this shifting, washing, and battling over a bottle of champagne. We harness this and put it in that so you can feel like this. Now you're up to speed. You in?
We're getting ready to get around that champagne.
Championship weekend is coming back to Disney. Play television in 3 days means there will be brothers in the air all weekend long. Whether from the grandstands, the infield experience, or Hillside, this is your chance to witness history. And the championship final winners for the whole family. NASCAR Series Weekend, Phoenix Raceway. Get your tickets now at PhoenixRaceway.com.
CB Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by Progressive. Save when you bundle home, auto, and motorcycle insurance. Visit Progressive.com. Toyota, let's go places. And by Credit One Bank, NASCAR American Express card. You know, we did practice some qualifying earlier. The temperature was 85 degrees. If you just look, it's a beautiful Saturday in Las Vegas, but it is windy. Let's get my hat on. The wind is gusting. I mean, it's blowing 18.5 miles per hour right down the backstretch, gusting up to 30. You see that flag. Drivers can see that as they exit the corner. But what happens is it makes you loose into 3 because you have a tailwind, but it makes your car feel really good in 1. It messes with you in the car because your car feels so stuck in turns 1 and 2. You then overdrive turn 3. Ready for the restart? The field is set for the Echo Park restart zone. Echo Park Automotive, where car buying is easier, better, and happier. All guy the control car inside the world. I think the guy we gotta watch is he's right behind All Guyer. Jesse Love, you see right there, is he gonna make it 3 wide? He is. Mercedes finish line, and there he goes. Yeah, but a lot of times that won't work because you'll lose the momentum on the inside. It's a clear him right here. As they go down the back stretch. One still inside of him right there. Tell you the 2 car. Oh, he got loose a little bit right there. He's able to stay on the bottom. Outside line, take the race lead. Right there as well. Yeah. Crossing over at the start-finish line. 88 is. A little bit of blocking going on for the 2. 88 gets inside of him. Jesse Love, I think, needs to be on the bottom. It's where his car has looked the best. You see all guys right behind him. Going to get to his inside. 26, we just kind of cleared the 19. The difference is sort of made. It's just a reminder of how big momentum is on a restart and one of these mile-and-a-half racetracks. You've got to have it. Well, you always wonder if should the 2 have saved doing that, right? Because the next time we are all of those cars at the 2 lines, in mind. He hung the 7 out, he'll probably do it to you too.
The other side of that is, though, you're 20 laps, maybe just outside of 15 laps to go. To the stage when you get the restart. If you get the lead, get the clean air to win a stage, you control the race. And you know, it doesn't work out, right? It's the other side of the equation, as you said. Ryan C continues the climb, 39 up inside the top 5.
What a good for him. We talked about race second here. Here was he had the best car at the end. Allgaier was able to get the win. But the 39, we had high expectations for him all year long.
Talk about momentum, and it was in the middle of a green flag run when Sieg had all that momentum last fall in this race, almost got around Allmendinger, couldn't quite complete the pass. Allmendinger goes on to win the race, Sieg losing in one of his 5 career runner-up finishes. Eckes having a good day. Sanchez has drifted a bit since he had that early pop-up inside the top 5. And Sam here, not having a great start to this race, but here he is in the top 10. He wants those stage points.
So the one thing that could be happening, and I've had this happen before, is when you have these massive winds and you get that big gust of wind, like down the front stretch, it really lost the engine down. You think about it, it's a 30-mile-per-hour wind. That changes the pitch of the engine. Maybe the fact that that gauge is messing up. And, listen, there's a lot of mental games that happen in a race car. They know how much is on the line, how important this race is, to the championship. So maybe a little bit of frustration, but it looks to me as up the 9th, that engine seems to be
plus 80, all Calvert plus 45, both came in a really good spot, and they've only helped themselves as we hit now 12 laps to go on the stage. Aaron Almirola is in. He went 51 laps here in the straight, won a stage, was second to Allgaier. I'll tell you what, though, this could be a fun race to the end of the stage because Connor Phillips is hanging right there, and they've already had a good battle earlier racing for second.
He is, and the thing I want you to watch is Connor Phillips is behind him. It's staying a little bit
Eric
lower
Almirola's the
around the
leader.
corner. Now Zilch is going to choose to run the middle through here, try to miss the bump, see if he can generate a little bit of momentum. But what we saw the last time they went through 3 and 4, Connor was able to run just a little bit lower and longer around the corner. And that's just something that, as you sit and watch, you know that car's handling better because of that. See both of them get down on the line. You see Connor's just that little bit lower.
Depende se você bate ou
Difference in
não.
momentum that hard stretch.
You can look at all the stats you want, and you know right away. One most impressive trait to me from him this season, the ability to improve as the race goes on.
Absolutely. Now, Eric Almirola saw what happened the last lap. Connor ran through the middle. Eric's changing it up a little bit, decided to run that line. Connor had to make a quick decision, like he almost missed the bottom that last time through there. See both of them run the bottom again. Connor, once again, though, just a little bit lower. It just takes a lap or two out of him to get that momentum built up in order to generate the pass.
3
Nine
playoff
to go in
drivers
stage
inside
1.
the top 5. Almirola, part of the Owners' Championship, is leading. Talked about Ryan C. Can't say enough about the day for Christian Eckes in 6th. Austin Hill up there as well. Sam here has climbed to 8th. Every position he gets is big as we talk about stage points, and we'll pay him out in what will be 8 laps to go this time around as we look toward the end of stage 1.
The other thing that's sticking out to me is I know Jesse Love almost got to the lead on that restart. Fell back to 4th. You see him top of the screen behind Allgaier. If this race will stay green, it looks to me like the 2 car is the best car on the long run. If we can get a long run like we had in March, that'll pay big dividends for the 2 car.
I think this race is so hard because practice is the middle of the day, you race late afternoon, and absolutely the track is changing that long run. I mean, this is a tough day for everybody. Carson Quaffle, 11th.
Oh, these two have been going at it for a while. They were 3 wide a little bit ago. As you see, 25 sneaking underneath 18 right there.
Williams to the 18. Did it up here in the spring, wrecked on the opening lap. Saw Harrison Burke there. And got to pay off that he announced this week he will not return to AM racing in 2026. We should know pretty soon what his future plans hold, but we know he will not be back driving that 25. Did a great job this year getting into the playoffs.
There you go, Jesse Love. I talked about it. Really good on the long run. You see, able to run. Gosh, he can run so low on the racetrack. And Allgaier mentioned in the pre-race show that was the key here in March. Him being able to win is just run lower and longer than all these guys. I think Jesse's car's a little bit loose, so that's why he can run the bottom, but he tends to get loose at these situations right here. With the car to his outside, I think he looks a little bit better in turns 3 and 4 than he does 1 and 2. See if he can clear just to the racing car, knowing that get down to the end of the stage, just 6 laps to go.
So tight, almost contact as they hit turn 3. Love able to make the pass. We talk up to third. Let's get a report. Brandon Jones, playoff driver back in 18th, Dylan.
I will give you a TV driver update on the 20 who has just hemorrhaged spots here after this restart. It was tight on the first run, and when they fired off, it seems to have just gotten worse. He said on throttle, it just does not turn. And this is not what they wanted. It's one of the teams that really had this one circled as one. It wasn't a must-win, but they had to have a good day, had to capitalize on the strength of the mile-and-a-half program. One of those goals was stage points. They were in a position at the end of that first yellow to get some. They were up front in the top 5, and since then have dropped from 3rd, basically, or 6th, I guess, when they restarted, to now 18th. So they're going to have to take a big swing at this 20 car here to try to get the balance back in the right direction and finish out a really decent day.
15 spots, but one thing I would say that helps Jones, there's only 4 playoff drivers inside the top 10 and in a position to get stage points. So while you might not get one, there's some other guys that aren't getting them either, and maybe at the end of the day, that math all helps you out.
The other thing that you got to keep in mind for all these guys is if your car's not good right now, this race is going to go into dark, and the balance is going to change for all these guys. They're going to have to keep up with it. The track tends to get freer. That might help someone like the 20.
Sun will set in an hour, and not only will the track change, these drivers have to deal with the sun going down. Here's Sandy Smith radio. He scored 18th right now as he goes around Jones.
Got to think that's what it was. Two guys saying the same thing. And his reference was more that it seemed like he was getting pulled on the straightaway, but maybe it's the guys getting a little bit of I hear 2 people say
Here we go, stage 1.
The wind's gusting to 35 miles per hour. I think that's what they're feeling in the car.
I just think about the start to the round of 12 versus the start to the round of 8. This time he was already done for the evening, so he's way ahead of the curve right now when you consider
final laps.
Sammy talked to the crew chief spotter, and then we heard just the crew chief and spotter. He's like, hey, just got to get on the gas. Right. Like Sammy doesn't want to hear that.
Final lap, stage 1. Gonna take some points out here. Eric Almirola out front. One stage here in the spring, as we said. Strong race car. Joe Gibbs Racing has won here on 4 different occasions. And it was a Joe Gibbs Racing Junior Motorsports battle in the spring. 19
Stage 1 winner, Eric Almirola. So Eric Almirola first, Conzio second, Jesse Love third, Justin Allgaier fourth, Ryan Sieg fifth.
Sam Mayer, who was second caution of the day is we wreck stage 1.
Austin Hill sixth, Christian Eckes seventh, Sam Mayer eighth, Taylor Gray ninth, and Nick Sanchez.
Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms. Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants may increase these in
Looks like all 38 cars are on the lead lap.
Or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may not go away.
Actually, never mind. 1 car behind the wall. 45 in Mason Massey.
Tremors, feeling like you need to move. Sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks. Vraylar, right into relief. Ask about Vraylar.
You know what's crazy? We're eating breakfast and none of us are morning people. I blame it on the bacon. I concur. Cheers. Concur. I know, right? Sounds good in my mouth.
This market will become a thing.
Word of the day. I concur.
This might be things big
When my
for
doctor
you.
gave me breastfeed for
Maybe things wouldn't like
I
this and
noticed his
turn my hand like this, my birthday, my face, and
It also reduced
way up there like that.
Breastfeed won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It's not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breastfeed more than prescribed. Breastfeed may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and
When
osteoporosis.
you
Call your
drink
doctor if forcing
250 and
breathing,
one
chest
big
pain,
bottle,
mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
wow,
Ask your
man.
doctor about breastfeed.
So I'm drinking tea na for that Coke, but
Walmart
I
Plus
just
flavors
lang
free delivery
water.
on board just
Oh, GT Bach, welcome to the live stream. Hold on.
Walmart Plus. Back to the game. It's great to be able to keep up with the guys again. It's why I wanted more from my symptomatic instructor HCM.
Are you
So I asked my
dreaming?
cardiologist about Camzyos.
What?
With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved.
No,
And I
I'm
can be
talking
more
about the
active now.
TV.
It's a difference I can feel, and they can see it.
I'm
And
not
so
looking
you too.
here better.
Camzyos works by targeting what's causing OHCM, and it's proven to reduce obstruction in the heart 4 times more. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose.
From now on, I will hold on the banana.
Before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening
Yes,
heart
half of
failure
the
symptoms.
little one I will
Camzyos is
eat.
only available through a restricted program. Before taking
It's
Camzyos,
against your blood pressure. If you have
and current or planned pregnancy.
high potassium,
First in its class to treat symptomatic OHCM.
maybe I have high potassium. Maybe
Ask your cardiologist about Camzyos.
so with cinnamon
Brought to you by Progressive. Save when you bundle home, auto, and motorcycle insurance. Visit
and fish oil.
Toyota. Let's go
Because
places.
I eat fish already. And fish,
Corral.
you eat fish, you already have the oil in there. What it
Stage
said.
one complete. NASCAR Xfinity Series at Las Vegas. Now Eric Almirola outruns that first stint of our event this evening. Just a reminder, the CW Wednesday, News Nation Prime Time is in live from the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. For Cuomo, Stephen A. Smith, Bill O'Reilly. 3 unique perspectives, one stage, and a nationwide conversation. Cuomo live from the Kennedy Center in News Nation Town Hall, Wednesday, 8/7 Central. It's on the CW. That will be interesting. It will. That will be good. Let's look at stage points from
And
first
milk.
run tonight. These are the playoff drivers and where they rank. 4 got a goose egg. Connor Zilic got some points, quite honestly. He didn't need, but here's what I would say. Only one driver is guaranteed to point their way to Phoenix. And with that, you keep an eye on Zilic and Allgaier. And if one of them's not going to be able to win in the next few weeks, they're margin between the two. Be something we talk about. Both getting significant stage points here. Good comeback for Sam Mayer to earn 3 stage points. Mayer thought he had that issue recovered and was able to get 3 points. That's huge. Playoff anxiety. You know what I mean? He did something wrong there. Everything's going to be just fine. Progressive pit road is over. Alcohol will keep it down. So much love. Allgaier, Ryan Sieg, your top 5. Who's going to be in control as we begin stage 2? Here they are.
Remember, Eric Almirola finished second here in the spring, moving to best that today by 1 spot. Take the trophy. He said, though, it was better than not after being way too loose of those scrubs. They did not make any major adjustments. Jesse Love and Will Richie balance really good. Snug on exit. So for the first try to circle field, no adjustments. So Danny Stockton. And finally, Connor Zilic, Bobby said, the car was scary, mainly because of the wet knee lateral grip. Said he's sideways entering turn 3, but he does not want it to be any looser.
Race on Progressive pit road. They're getting it done everywhere. Plus 2
Wow.
for Love. Almirola
Jesse Love
falls
wins
to
the race off
second.
pit
Yeah,
road.
the RCR teams do great because Hill goes plus 3. Zilic lost a couple. Allgaier falls from 5th. Restart for our second stage when we come back. Jesse Love will be in charge.
You used it for
My doctor gave me breast treatment for my COPD.
you touch the with your dirty hand. Wait,
I already cleaned my hands, okay?
Yeah, but sticky.
I want.
Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take breast treatment if prescribed.
I'm about to throw this.
Call your doctor if voice and breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or
Those are hard work.
Or with Progressive Navy Price Tool, I went and found the right auto insurance rate for me. You no mistake to traverse any terrain.
By finding auto insurance coverage that's right for you, with Progressive made your life tool. Wait, what other cool?
Oh, you know, I think it was a kid with his family.
And with your life. Not so much.
As the seasons change, so does productivity. Productivity hospitals sponsor fast with pet-friendly, eco-conscious solutions. Call today for 50% off first month service. Don't wait. Be proactive. Call or text today for same-day service.
Fresh adventures, and Roseville on the Mall. Finding the perfect vehicle is easy. It's just a short drive to the day. Top brands from award-winning dealers and thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs in stock daily. And with our competitive pricing, flexible financing, and five-star customer service, you'll be driving off into your next adventure before you know it. Right now, save big with exceptional deals during our power visit. Only at Roseville on the Mall. Trippins meet the best. All months, clean out the city with this happening. Hundreds of thousands are taking action, driving electric, battery-free auto choices, and saving hundreds of smart rebates. Together, we're changing the world. Every day is becoming a charge. Clean our city. Get ready for stage 2 in Las Vegas. We have Motion Montreal, the official parking lot of NASCAR, America's most trusted manufacturer of emergency lights and sirens. Jesse Love's got a fast race car, got a fast pit crew as well. He's in charge of the field as we get set for this second stage. Here's their team radio.
Going to start stage 2.
Well, it's something there. I like it, Adam. I just wish we could have, worked in a little Richard Childress thing. They put a little bit of effort to bring us all back to the level. I also like the fact that Jesse's going to have his teammate also go behind him. We saw Jesse make it pretty wide on Allgaier. I think Hill with Jesse on the line. He went to win the race. Little nice here with the teammates and getting pushed out front. Patrol cars taking the inside lane every time today. Here comes Love.
Right, time for stage 2. Jesse Love leads the field back to green.
We saw the 19 get a huge run through 3 quarters. Down the backstretch. Is he a little room here through the middle? Now the ball did not go away. The outside lane. Huge factor in 19, and he can give him a push here. Wants to push him out there. They run by him. Gets the top spot. And this is from 88 Connor Zillich. Get the 88 clear through the middle of the corner right there. Look at the 2 lane clear. Connor gassed it up, was able to have that speed.
Jesse Love's hanging in there. Jesse Love seemed more favorable to be in the final.
Who's behind me on a restart can play. Is such a big getting together, racing for second. Connor all over the
With Jesse Love right here, just trying to get him clear.
Dallas Cowboys are playing the New England Patriots in October 2015. Cowboys just lost that game 30-6. But there were super fans out here tailgating
That content I didn't do.
throughout the afternoon. The night came the same day. Then
The limb on the entry to the corner. Or maybe drive in just a little bit deeper and clear that car on the outside.
But Hawkeye lost his phone.
The six trying to get it.
before you were done, you reach your
Didn't have the restart they needed, but again, you see seven, just forming up line, they let a little bit lower. It's kind of gets his inside.
So where did all this go down there?
Sometimes when you have something that is full on the grass, there's full on kind of there's no concrete, and the race, no one gives,
different cells. So Lucifer we watch from outside, being ready as the game is concluding with the sun setting.
Oh my god, I want to get the most frustrating thing ever. And if they don't hear that, this continues on and on and on. It sounds like someone's radio is either the button either wasn't working or it could be something
There's several different. There are police that are responding to the findings at this point. It's going on for approximately 20 minutes.
20-minute fight.
20-minute fight. Shirts are coming off, beers are coming off. 5 or 6 people in various different sets of fights. Urban is involved in fighting. At some point, he gets freaking out. He leaves where the skirmish is. Goes to his car. And gets a gun. Marvin somehow makes his way over to where Richard Sells is. He goes behind him, kind of wraps his arm around and sticks it down to the left side of his neck. He pulls the trigger at some point as Richard Sells is on the way. As the first patrol officer is pulling into the lot, shots are fired. The defendant tried to jump over one of these walls, and that's kind of where he caught them. The gas camera actually shows him right after the shots are fired. You see Richard Sells on the ground.
The victim was on the ground right over here.
Right here. Yeah, this little the squad car actually pulls up right here at the end of the street. They're trying to block it off so emergency medical personnel can come in and tend to him. They don't know if he's going to live or die. And he's being tended to by his wife or fiance at the time.
And did he die at the scene?
He did go to the hospital. Clearly like a very fatal lift.
The shooter, Marvin Rodriguez, was taken into custody and charged with murder in the shooting here of Richard Sells.
Nobody expects that gun to be pulled out from this. They just fight and punch each other in the face and go home. I don't think anybody thought they would go this far.
When the shooter was convicted of murder and sentenced to 20 years in prison, did you find justice in that verdict?
Even then, I thought it was a slap in the face. It's cold-blooded murder. Our family was destroyed.
And the other tragedy of all this is that your brother had a child who never going to get to know her father.
That's right. She's been a great dad. She lost every opportunity to know what an awesome dad she would have had.
Oh, Zach. Oh, Zachary. Everything's going great. Stage 2 is underway. An hour into the stream already. Eric Almirola is the race leader. Jesse Love is trailing him. He's not letting off. He's not letting the 19 off the hook. I mean, he's keeping him within his sights. We only had one simple caution for debris, but nothing crazy on the restarts.
Rodriguez's probation does not prevent him from attending sporting events. Efforts to reach Rodriguez or schedule an interview with his attorney were
And Car Zilch is just trailing them in third.
The fight starts
And Car Zilch is not letting the front job his sides either.
It all just seems so stupid.
It is tragic stupidity. We see it a lot across the country that these sorts of incidents happen. In some situations, it can be people who are high
Has like
I think the main factor was time. Not waiting too much time to be out there.
What do you want people to know?
That it is not safe to take your family to games anymore. My brother had it recently.
They say patience is a virtue. I say game zone in 15 minutes, which is why we got to go. It's to go time.
What's all that really little? I won't go. Ever wonder how NASCAR Cup Series playoffs work? How fast the pack is the first team huge and you're doing donuts and victory race. That is.
It's a new day. It's a new life. Just tell me what it's up. He's next to it's a orange shoulder and super sensation. Also, try to kickstart severe congestion.
So Thomas Annunziata is in the 70 car today. Nick Lights is the last car in the lead lap.
I clean your teeth, but I can't wash your little mouth.
Toothbrushes, not mouthbrushes.
And it's pretty much different. You go to 5 times more than you have to wash your chest. Whole mouth health.
Wash your mouth. My name is Owen. Some of my favorite moments throughout my life are watching sports right now. Now I work at Comcast on Target TV that helps our AI highlight technology, which uses AI to detect the needs of players in the sports. Giving millions of fans like my dad new ways to catch up on the favorite sport.
Tuesday on NXT, don't miss it all on Women's Battle Royale, where the winners get to spend the weekend with the ICC Women's Championship. All this on NXT Tuesday, 8 Central. Friday, August 19th, professionals are committed to acting with your best races with a flying Scott Ray on Vegas Motor Speedway. Jamie Murray announces the hanging out there on pit road. Travel back to the CW garage for the set stage. Where we're trying to get a straight line to the finish. Jesse Owens and Joe Gardner in the top 5 as well. And in pit right now is Austin Hill. How about this guy?
Good contact. The sun's done.
Into the corner, we can't see the outside of the guys.
Corey Days snuck up into the top 10.
A little frustration after 70. They can make it a line of it as well, but he was aggravated where Cliff Austin doing those You and I are on the chip watch today. Austin's got to be fully invested in the T-Race Championship and just days can be right. Yeah, he lost it. Although their stress level's gone down a little bit this year after winning a championship. Those guys are much more relaxed.
Actually, Mason Massey is actually back in the race.
Such a good car at the start. Got the bottom that restart. It seems like that car doesn't fire up the way. The past that what we've seen, I know it's not happening. I'm sure the other tips tonight. maybe widen the racetrack out a little bit, but it's just been bottom dominant all night long for almost all these guys. Only people we see go to the top are the ones really struggling with handling. Everybody else, watching the walk, not getting the racetrack. Carson Beckman barely sticks through in his rookie campaign.
I feel really good at. They got a good restart to the base in the stage three position. But one of the messages for him, the rumor street is pushing, is discipline. Traffic is also being consistent, hitting the same marks lap after lap. Easier said than done, but that's the kind of stuff that is a big race. That's the focus.
Say this from experience, even having the type of success that Connor's always had, especially with the motivator movement, it makes what Carson's great season.
Hello, Mark. Welcome to the live stream.
It beats you, it beats your team up, and it's just hard, and I hate that for him. While the fans look at the arena, they had a local recently. The success of Connor's had is hard to championship away from the all-time final games of the season for West Ham United here in London. West Ham United fan base been involved in some of the more notorious violent incidents in recent years. I think it's the spotters and why you have a tire going down. I think Austin just got on the apron, using it to turn the car just a little bit. Used it a little bit too much. You see Seeger behind you. Let's see if that plays any factor in this. No, he's that car laid
Huh. Oh, wow. Man, what a save by the 21. Damn, he got lucky. Oh, nice. 2 heritage units. Meanwhile, today. Oh, wow. CSX 1851 and NS 1065 in one day. Nice. Yeah, speaking of which, out of the 22 heritage units for NSM, how many have you caught so far?
And sometimes they can try to adjust multiple things on the car, but really hard to be able to fix. His teammate having no idea long enough. He's been so consistent in this race. And even if he's not able to get it right with the stage, with what will be 10 to go, he just keeps putting more and more stage points in the bank, which is huge when you talk about.
Meanwhile, here on the West Coast, I caught something good today. I caught UP 1983, the Western Pacific Heritage Unit, trailing on one of those Union Pacific high priority intermodal Z trains. It's not every day you get a heritage unit on the Z train, but I was ready for it. Managed to get here before 11:30 my time. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to catch UP 1983 within a three. Within a, let me check the calendar. Within a 4-week time span. The thing about Global 2 in Illinois, where the intermodal facility is at, yeah, you'll have. Yeah, the thing about that is that when a heritage unit's in that area, you don't know what train they're going to go on. Took a little bit to get here, but made it without delay somehow. That video will be up soon. It's got backlog of videos from like last week to put up. Then this past Monday, I got UP 1111, the powered by our people locomotive on another Z train, the ZLCTM. I caught it leading. Also, I don't think I barely mentioned this as of late, but I'm on the cusp of 3,000 subscribers. So for those who are out there, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell for notifications. We're almost I'm almost there, folks. Oh. Then I got at least less than 30 to get subs to go until I hit 3,000. More to go in stage 2. I got 2,974 subscribers to be exact, so I got 26 to go. The 400, nice. Final lap, stage 2. I hope it's a stage sweep for Eric Almirola. Jesse Love second, Connor Zilish third, Justin Allgaier fourth, and Ryan Sieg, another top 5, finishing the stage. Austin Hill sixth, Christian Eckes seventh, Sam Mayer eighth, Corey Day ninth, and Carson Quapple 10th. I think the free pass might go to the 32, I think. I think the Jordan Anderson cars are ran 30th through 32nd. Well, I think we know who the best cars are.
Before interest prepayments at SafeLife.com. Location-based notifications. You'll get the alert first. So whatever happens in your neighborhood, you'll know first. KCO 8 alert days. So you're ready for the KCO 8 app. Sponsored by Roseville Chevrolet.
This is what I'm talking about. That translated quick.
Most common side effects include respiratory and urinary tract infections, headache, and injection site reactions. And you symbolize some things. That's treatment? My way. Ask your neurologist about Vapor Hextulol.
How do people 50 and older spend their free time?
Taking a chance is a big part of our sport. When you take those chances, luck can definitely be on your side.
Presented by Powerball. Head to your local lottery retailer to get in the game today.
Try your luck and head to your local lottery retailer to make your picks. Get in the game for tonight's estimated jackpot of $244 million. Which stage is your NASCAR Xfinity Series? Austin still riding a wheel. Still sitting. Let's get to the track. We did the golden moment, by golden corral, and the golden hour. And even that is crazy. What would be your number one lottery pick if you select for the Powerball? What would be the number one? If it was during the Xfinity race, it'd be the 88. Why not? It's third at the end of the night, at the end of stage 2, I should say. But here he is when you look at stage 1. See, just less than where do you get stage points? Jones, Smith, and Creed. Progressive Pit Road is open. It played a role at the end of stage 1. It'll be big again. Race off Progressive Pit Road. I mean, we're getting to the final stage.
Dean Thompson won the race off pit road.
Got to be some kind of strategy there. Perhaps even coming in here, you could have missed the pit line. Don't know exactly what happened there. Love loses on -3.
When my doctor gave me Bristol for my COPD, things changed for me. Bristol gave me better breathing, symptom improvement, and reduced flare-ups.
Respirate will replace a rescue inhalers and breathing therapy. It's not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before treatment. Don't take Respirate unless prescribed. Respirate may increase your risk of stroke, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsening breathing, chest pain, esophageal swelling, problems irritating, vision changes, or uneven heart.
40 years ago, but I don't remember what I had for dinner last night. Were you always a sports fan? Baseball. I was born a San Francisco Giants fan. What is it about sports that you love so much? The camaraderie. I'm surprised to hear you go to games often. Yeah, as often as I can. Unfortunately, I don't drive anymore, so I'm ready to drive right now. But apparently, my mom says I'm not. And I go, well, when am I going to be ready? She didn't know. Didn't have an answer for me. You might recall the story of San Francisco Giants fan Brian Stowe. Back in 2011, Stowe and some friends traveled down to Los Angeles for opening day. His beloved Giants were playing the Dodgers. Little did he know that wearing the Giants' colors as he left the stadium that night would make him a target. Because wearing the obtrusive fans' colors, and Dodgers and Giants have been at war ever since they started in New York. Can you take me back to the day that this happened to you? Do you remember the game itself that day? Boom, wiped it from my brain. Yet Stowe gives a vivid account. He's heard the story countless times from friends who were with him that night. March 31st, 2011, I was a paramedic at the time. Myself and three other paramedics from Santa Clara County drove a car down to Los Angeles to watch the Giants hopefully crush the Dodgers. The Giants ended up losing that game. We were walking back to the car, and they heard something running up behind us. According to his friend, Stowe was blindsided by two men in the parking lot wearing Dodgers jerseys. He was punched in the head, collapsed, and kicked in the head 3 more times. He's breathing. He's got a pulse, but he's not conscious. We need an ambulance right now. Stowe was beaten so severely that part of his skull had to be removed. He was placed in a medically induced coma after surgery. You spent 9 months in a coma? Yeah. My parents didn't know how to make it alive. Surprise! How are you able to laugh about what you've been through? With what happened to me, you have to be humorous. Because I could be at home rolling over this, my life sucks, I'm in pain and stuff, but it helps to be funny. It gets me through it. I have to come up with new jokes. Because a lot of times my mom's like, I've heard that one. The 56-year-old former paramedic and father of 2, divorced before the incident, has been cared for by his parents and sister since he left the hospital. When I was 18 and moved out, it was like later. And then I wake up from my coma and I'm back at their house in my old room. Still had to relearn how to walk and talk. Have you ever gotten a rundown of all of the injuries or something? Yes. My brain surgery. My knee wouldn't bend, now my knee can bend, now my shoulder was screwed up, I had this shoulder done, now I can move it that high only, my hands are messed up, I have this done, tracheotomy, I just can't help it. How in the world did you survive this? John Mackey, yeah. Brian Stowe has made a remarkable recovery, but should the comeback story be the tales we tell about the athletes on the field, not the fans who simply come to watch them play? At the time the horrific incident sparked a massive manhunt by the Los Angeles Police Department. They scoured the city, looking for the men who attacked Stowe.
I'm asking the fans that may have some information to please come forward.
Investigators chased hundreds of leads. 2 months later, in July 2011, after eyewitness accounts, he's arrested Willie Sanchez and Marvin Norman, with a savage attack of Brian Stone. In 2014, a tragedy played out in court. Defense attorney argued there were two altercations and the taunting was on both sides, but the suspects incriminated themselves while in custody, unaware they were recorded after their arrest.
I was involved. Very personal.
Witness testimony also placed them at the crime scene, and in the end, both men pleaded guilty.
You know, you are the biggest nightmare for individuals that attend public events.
The judge didn't hold back sentencing the men.
When you're smiling, you think it's funny. No civility, no respect for individuals.
Did the culprits that did this to you, have they ever reached out to you? Have they ever tried to communicate?
That'd be too easy. One of them got 4 years, and the other guy got 8 years in prison. They should still be in prison for life.
The attackers have been released from prison, and they're not far from stage.
I just want to know why they did it, why they singled me out.
Has it changed how you feel about sports and going to a sports stadium?
All right, back to green, final stage.
Being sober now makes me aware of what's going on. Had I heard those
All right, back to green.
Those families sued the Los Angeles Dodgers for millions of dollars in a civil lawsuit. Much needed money for Brian's enormous medical bill. The lawsuit accused the Dodgers of providing inadequate security the night Stowe was beaten. Lawyers for the Dodgers argued that Stowe was intoxicated and aggressive before the assault, and that security-wise, the team acted reasonably. After 7 weeks, the jury ruled harshly in the family's favor.
For any of the following negligence: Los Angeles Dodgers LLC,
Yeah.
The Stones were awarded about a third of what they asked for, $18 million. They say it was mostly used for medical and legal fees, and not nearly enough to cover the care Brian will likely need for the rest of his life.
My job was what I loved to do. I like saving lives. And ever since the 7 years, it's gone.
Was there any other kind of job that you'd want to do? Working at a carnival?
Not about you. I'm not kidding. Looking on the road, I could speak every single day about getting injured and violence, and it's something that needs to be talked about.
Do you ever wish you had not gone to that game?
No.
Being part of the winning team, it's what I deserve to do and rooting on my team.
All right, 100 to go now at the line.
It shocked me that Brian Stowe's sports fashion still burned so intensely. In this storage room, I keep my own sports memories in these dusty bins. I have a bunch of old autographed baseballs. Got my first baseball glove. These are the Roger Staubach autographed football. Oh, this is a great tribute to Stowe. 1989, Texas Rangers playing the Boston Red Sox. It was my dad's birthday. It was an absolutely perfect day. I can remember it vividly. Looking at these old ticket stubs, it reminds me that what they actually symbolize, the powerful memory, and it's what keeps us coming back to the game.
Okay, guys, a bit of a depressing topic for today's video. So, the decisions are piling on for this video in terms of information that is to you being swayed into not buying this movie. First, it was the fact that he didn't come with a trailer, and then second, it was the reveal of the actual case.
Top three are within under a second of each other.
So what happens is, I'm not able to give credit here to Brady's see for a few months here. So it looks like this win was huge earlier for him.
And those are the high side. To the outside, the 19 is going to go to the lead. And lead that lap. Is that a fire I see burning in the background on the speedway? Oh. Oh, contact! Damn, the 19 and the 80 almost wrecked each other. It's going to give the two an advantage.
See, Connor starts to push up the racetrack right there. Eric's tire, he can hear a little contact that left her tire. Really curious to see the head effects, the balance of the 88 as they move forward. The rest of this race, I do like how this track's winding out though. And you didn't have to make a pit stop on two of those days. You'll have to make one of the finals today. And everybody's going to finish stretches to get their tires right to keep the fire roll. Love through to second. Alvarado, Love, Zilch, Allgaier, Joey. Your top five in Las Vegas. But thanks to Scott Rizzi, now I'm doing a fair amount of speeds. So Scott Rizzi, I saw dramatically clearer skin. And many people would 100% buy through. Scott Rizzi is just 4 doses a year, and they're just starting doses.
Don't use it allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or vulnerability to contact. Before treatment, check for infection first. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccine.
Now is the time. Ask your doctor about Scott Rizzi to know those home dermatologist prescribed biologics and psoriasis. Learn how happy can help you save. Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I only pay for what I need. Every day. I'm gonna pay my time. Or mess up. Only pay for what you need.
Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Word of wisdom for the family. Wow. Let that sink in. Kids, I think you all agree that these were words that you may want to use. Back to the game I love. It's great to be able to keep up with the guys again. It's why I wanted more from my symptomatic instructor HCM. So I asked my cardiologist about Camzyos. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved, and I can be more active now. It's a difference I can feel, and they can see, and she can too.
Camzyos works by targeting what's causing OHCM, and it's proven to reduce obstruction in the heart 4 times more. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including
debilitating heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeats, or certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking Camzyos, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy. Camzyos, first in its class to treat symptomatic OHCM.
It's great to be playing again. Ask your cardiologist about Camzyos. Isn't it? The funniest shot at the championship four comes down to a track that's been here from day one. And Martinsville, those corners, tight corners, and a fan experience that brings you so close to the action, all of the mayhem will be right at your fingertips. NASCAR Chaos Weekend at Martinsville Speedway. Get tickets now at martinsvillespeedway.com. Across the highway, one NASCAR Xfinity Series racing, the opening event is around the day in Las Vegas. Talladega, Martinsville, following the next two Saturdays. CW, before we crown a champion a month from now, is Almirola wins the first two stages, slid over 70 laps. He's in control right now. Love Zillich all down at the top five. And this duo here, Sanchez is winning up to the top five now. He gets to fifth. Jones is falling back to sixth. It's remarkable to me the comeback for Sanchez tonight at the speed.
Look, he's been able to run all over the racetrack. You see Brandon Motors right up against the wall here. Both of these two cars, the two that have stuck out to me the most, that can move around and even generate around the top. Should be able to go the top. Yeah, he wants to run the top of both ends. But 20 cars really found something around the top of the racetrack. And he and Sanchez see that this car is pretty versatile. Probably 25, 30 laps away. The green flag stops. If everything were to stay the way it is now, the green flag condition. So you wonder how things play out in the long run. These two have been really good since we began the final stage. What about the one right behind him? That's another one that I think's having it's too tight right there. Brady got a finger on the top. If you look right behind him, that car that we see featuring off the 17. Red, white, blue car.
20 tickets inside the 48. That's for fifth. I'm talking to my stream.
I talked about the potential for green flag pit stops. And I think what Brandon Jones was able to do in that final stage in Kansas when his team executed so well on pit road. You see the numbers for Corey Day. The stat sheet for him, benign. Finished top 10 in that second stage. As good as he's been all
It's
night.
get
All time for his second career.
seems like pit stops are coming up soon.
Kid from California, showing it all off tonight.
And I think it is worth noting he was fastest in the first group of practice, fastest on the 10-lap average earlier today. And it could have started further up. They got Harlan. I don't know if it was good enough for the polls. Was on a really good lap before bobbling turn 4. Coming back to a racetrack, the type of racetrack for the first time that he's raced at before. He has a run on NASCAR earlier this year at Texas. He's raced here as well in the truck, so a place he's a little familiar with, more so than some of the other places. And he's shown it for sure. 17 cars to be fast.
True student of the game. So much young talent across the board in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Ziller's still in the headlines with a lot of other good young drivers that pop up each and every week. Now we go with veteran right behind this duo, Austin Hill, having a solid night to 21. Chris Day goes around Jones. And Brandon, when you can make the top work, you just miss it. Whether it's through the patching or not, you generate so much speed down the straightaways. You see, it's on a great spot right here. Clearly the 17's quicker. And the 17 can just have a little momentum here. Brandon cleared as they get down into turn 11. You never know. I mean, how many times have we seen this tonight? Where we talk about someone and give them a position, only a lap later, you have to change our thought process on where everyone is because the pace goes in the other direction. And these two going side by side is just bringing up 21 into the conversation.
Well, that's what's happened. Brandon raced Sanchez really hard. That brought Corey Day and
So now he's racing pretty hard. It's like he's slowly bleeding. Pulled up all these guys and the rookie back down. We talked about the great recovery he had. I don't know that his car is where exactly where he wants it to be, but they've done a nice job as a team to get him in a better position. Tough outside the top 10. Some really good racing there as well. Among the cars you'll see in this group, 39, Ryan Seek.
It came in 13th position after another run in the top five. For the first time in the race, Lawrence is back in the stage two pit stop. They came down with everybody. They had to make a second stop to make sure all the books were tight. Snap currently running in the 14th position, but that's actually a rebound after restarting 33rd in that second pit stop.
Good recovery for the one car as well. That pit gun issue. Green though, and he is just on fire on the top on both ends, committed to it. I mean, that's full commitment right there. His lap times aren't bad, but they still know that he passes the finish. Well, actually, you look at his time don't have on the very top. So that's so encouraging to me, Adams. I didn't think we would see that as the sun started to go down. Doesn't have much throttle time. Always have to roll out of it right there a little bit on the exit. Probably got a little bit tight. Jones, talk about momentum and how it will take you out of the game. Race Corey Day brings Austin Hill into the conversation, and here they are, competing for seventh on track. Top five, 76 to go. Almo, Love, Zillich, Allgaier, and Sanchez.
Attention law enforcement. You took an oath to protect and serve. To keep your family, your neighborhood safe. But in too many cities, dangerous illegals walk free as police are forced to stand down. Join ICE and help us catch the worst of the worst. Drug traffickers, gang members, predators. Join the mission to protect America with bonuses up to $50,000 and generous benefits. Apply now. Join.ice.gov and fulfill your mission.
One minute, it's smooth driving. Come on. Next, a crack. But at least you can get now pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLife.com. Nice. And SafeLife can come to you for free, anytime, anywhere, and do everything you need to get back on the road. SafeLife replace. SafeLife replace. Go to SafeLife.com and get it fixed now, pay later. It's a new day. It's a new day. It's a new life. Oh, and I'm feeling good. Vacations will never be the same. Welcome to the 4 parks of Universal Orlando Resort.
When it comes to your wireless plan, don't settle for less. Video games and free 5G phone and real unlimited data from Straight Talk. More ways to connect. Stream the last lap of the race. And when you spend less with Straight Talk, you can get more moments to yourself by getting something for them. Switch to Straight Talk and get a free 5G phone on America's most reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, official partner of NASCAR. Find us at straighttalk.com and more.
Your life is officially protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurance. You can now safely go wherever the wind takes us. That's right. You would rather look that smell bad, but in a good way, you know? It just is good. No? Do without me. The owner and I are the
Yes, please. Eric Almirola. And Jesse Love is in second. Jesse Love has a long run car. He just can't get around the 19. And Connor Zilch is just trailing in third. He's only led like 12 laps.
Next week, CW Sports Saturday is back with a full day of action. First, the next rock's going to be playoff CW Talladega. That will be good. CW football Saturday doubleheader as Washington State and Charlottesville get too has been able to maintain that. I don't know if there's an effect you do with lap cars. A little bit ahead of the 19 right here. I don't know if that's changed the balance of his car. It looks to me like they're running a completely different line, but yeah, Jesse Love is running 2 to 3 tenths quicker the last couple of laps through here. 19's complaining that he's really loose. I tell you, when you get traffic, I think that big one's tighter, but it normally just takes grip away, makes whatever balance you have, whatever issue that is, even worse. He was able to recover that one, but he didn't get an adjustment to the car, to his line. So Jesse now having to deal with both cars sniffling. Look at the updated standings here. Zillage at plus 76, Allgaier plus 38. We know what this looks like. We'll go to finish on points. Tied at the cut line. Mayer at plus 3, Jones smaller below the cut here. Jesse Love having a great day, plus 19, running second on everyone checking for all the Cars Motors Championship equation. So they've got a lot on the line here with him leading out front. And you know, for the day that Jesse Love's had 17 stage points and running second right now, you think he'd have a little more margin on it, but down to that cut line, it's tight. But when I look at Creed, Waffle, and Smith, made a lead here, 24 down. A lot of work to do in this race.
Come on, dude, hard.
The opening race in the round of 12, minus 24. He scored 91 points in the last 3 races. He was trying to love the cut line. It's also raced here in the round. And hey, with Talladega coming where he won, the last year in Martinsville could get crazy. You never know for sure. But a quiet night for Sam Mayer. What he complained about was he got an engine issue and the losing oil pressure beginning of the race. And things don't fix themselves. We talked about maybe the wind being one of those issues and maybe just a faulty gauge or a short. That engine appears to be running fine. I know that Sadie Smith was complaining about his engine as well early on in the race, but both of those engines still running. It doesn't look like there's any issues right now for those guys. Talk about the problems for Ryan C. On that last cycle of stops, 39 has driven his way back to the top 10. It was 54 laps to go. We're right around 5, 10 laps or so before we'll start to see some green flag pit stops. And that takes me to drivers who maybe don't have the track position they would like to run at long. And whenever you manage the green flag pit stop, you want to make sure where all the traffic is as you merge coming up onto the racetrack. Here's Mayer going after Jones for 8. And to spread out as all the cars are right now, it's really difficult for anybody to time it out where they're going to get out and have some clean air. You know, the difference in strategy, I like what we see in the top 3 is we've got one already on pit road, Dylan.
Yeah, it's showing 3. He reported the right foot vibration, so it's starting a little earlier than they wanted. Nonetheless, should be close enough, I think, to make it all the way from here to Phoenix and cycle to Jesse Love for leaders and fuel.
After the early struggles, driven his way back close to the top 10. Was 12th when able to start to come to pit road. Well, if you think you have an issue so many laps into the race, you might as well pit because you keep blowing tire out if you have a loose wheel, something happens and you wreck, you're done.
Yeah, Jesse Love has kept Amarola in his sights the whole time.
But here's what I would say. If you go to overtime here and you get a caution late, you're going to come get that last set of tires anyway. So, look at this. Creed coming over. Everyone hitting it. Wow. Almost satisfied there, but that was crazy.
Then earlier, Austin Hill went for a slide in 3 and 4. He had to make a save.
It's a kind of a decreasing radius as you come around turn 4. We see a lot of guys miss it. But Zillage missed it when we were here in the first race. But that was weird. I've never. Alex Hale for Creed. What a good job to execute.
We've only had 3 cautions at 2 stages and a debris caution in the first stage. I haven't watched it yet, but I'll give it a look. Yeah, I've just been busy with things, so I haven't been able to keep up with everyone's chat, even though I get a lot of notifications.
I think it's going to be hard for the 19 to get past the 2. I'll leave the 19 washed up a little bit right here.
Oh, finally.
When hitting it, the rules almost flip, right? You're like, well, now the 19 might say, well, we're just working on the 2. It's going to be like, look at all those 3 cars. It's going to be really exciting for us to see who gets the most aggressive on the pit box by maybe coming a little early. If you're the 2 car, you can get away a little bit here. Might buy you a lap, Kim.
And we could expect wild cards this time, as well as Justin Albert said that the race period is
7's in. Whoa. And the front 2 are coming on the pit road. And the 2 is going to get ahead of the 19. The 88's coming in. There he is. Buzz fine though. Just need some shut eye for a bit. What? What? What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me? You just need some shut eye. But you're all good, right? Right, Daniel Dye is the race leader. Colleague Racing is 1-2 right now. Yeah. Just Love is in 8th place right now. He's moved up to 7th. Yeah.
In 2 minutes right there, and we still have the same. Like, what did we did before we had the green flag pit stops? Great job by all those guys. Eric's car got too loose on that last run. If they made the right adjustments to the 19 for what he needs on the little bit of a longer run right here, still have 52 laps to go. Just haven't seen anybody be able to check out. Every time somebody gets the lead and you think they're going to be able to drive away, these 3 cars have been just kind of on top of one another all night long. You'll have 5 drivers that need to make a pit stop at the green flag cycle. When it's all done, Jesse Love will be the race leader.
When you think horses, you think boots. You think boots, you think cowboys and cowgirls. You think cowboys and cowgirls, you think honky tonks, Friday nights, and $2 beers. Because it's payday. You think payday, you think hard work and all the people who do those things that make the world work. And now it's Saturday night, earlier night, so you're thinking horses, which means you're thinking boots. And when you're thinking boots, you're thinking payday.
Viagra is not the only option. Grow sparks, act fast, and stay active longer.
Jesse Love cycles up to third. Daniel Hemrick is now the leader. Kyle Sieg is second. Those drivers are going to have to pit.
More control. Grow sparks. Connect with a provider at grow.co/sparks.
As we mark 250 years of America, Wounded Warrior Project honors those who serve. They've given us their commitment and sacrifice. We are here to give them a brighter future. Our programs and services help warriors access VA benefits, improve mental and physical health, and thrive for a lifetime. They've given us their best. Join us in supporting them through the next 250 years of strength and resilience. Visit woundedwarriorproject.org/USA 250.
I'm Chad. I work for a professional football team, and I earned my degree online from SNHU. It fit with my schedule. Mondays, Tuesdays, those are pattern days. I can get all my studies done. Wednesday, we're on the practice field. Thursday, initial discussion post is due. We're going to leave on Friday. We're planning an East Coast trip. I'm going to take advantage of the time spent on the course, even in the hotel room. Finish any of my other coursework that I needed to do prior to kickoff on Sunday. SNHU's support system may make it possible. Go to snhu.edu.
Attention law enforcement. You took an oath to protect and serve. To keep your family, your neighborhood safe. But in too many cities, dangerous illegals walk free as police are forced to stand down. Join ICE and help us catch the worst of the worst. Drug traffickers, gang members, predators. Join the mission to protect.
Connor Zilch going for second on 19. But this is coming up on the 28 of Kyle Sieg. This will be for the lead. 28 is going to pit at this point. Where is he? They're coming up on him. There he is. That's the pass of the lead.
NASCAR playoffs continue in Las Vegas on USA.
Is complete. NASCAR Xfinity Series racing in Las Vegas. Jesse Love able to maintain the top spot. We had a change for second. Connor Zillich able to get around Eric Almirola. It's amazing to me. We're on this long green flag run. We had a cycle of stops, and still the top three right here racing together. We're having an incredible race right here. I mean, it's been that way all race long. I promise you should see the screening inside of the car to these lap cars, trying to get out of the way. Mr. King Lane, he obviously wants to run the bottom. But Zillich, I thought he was going to be out. That little finger damage got into the 19s left here earlier in the race. But he has just continued to get better and better. We talk about how hard this pit road is to get onto. Kyle Sieg stayed out and ran long. These guys might not know that there are still some guys that haven't pitted. I want you to watch this. Oh my gosh, they're longer. And the 19 right there, that's happened before. Remember Texas Mark Martin, I think JJ Haley had that happen years ago. Huge wreck. And you're not focused on those guys coming to pit road.
13 lead changes among 9 different drivers.
Through the cycle, Sheldon Creed was the first to pit from 12, and the pitting early is what
Doubles. Damn, Sheldon Creed's up to 5th.
and all that's because he pitted 6 laps earlier. I'll tell you what, the double zero team has done an outstanding job of battling back here tonight. Yeah, honestly, Adam, for pitting a little bit earlier, when you look at his lap numbers, they're not bad. I mean, he's a little bit off of these top 3, but when you look at Allgaier or Ryan Seek, Sanchez, these guys right behind him, Creed's done a really good job of maintaining the pace through this run. Oh, got a little battle for the lead right here. He's at 88. Going to the inside. It looks like the two's struggling. Feel like he's had the best car. Connor's getting in there, pack some air. All of them. Look how tight the top 3 are right here. He's struggling to get through this traffic. And Jesse Love has won twice in his career. Last year was a rookie at Talladega, earlier this season at Daytona. To win at a place like Las Vegas, locking yourself into the championship four, just means so much and do so much for his confidence. He's had
Ahora slip, gonna slip again later on.
yeah, but it just doesn't seem like he find a big advantage. I feel like at some point in the race tonight, we thought all of them maybe had the best car, but when the tires fall off, the pace changed, the shift from day to night. There's been so many variables in this race that they're still all right on top of each other. And here we see a green light cycle. Where everybody is now, compared to where they were earlier in the race. It's just
40 to go. Yeah, 40 laps to go.
See, Eric lost a little bit of ground. He struggled to get through some of that traffic. Look right in front of the 2-car. He's getting back on the lead lap. He pitted, much later. Was going to run it long eventually. Make it pit stop, lost the lap, but he's now back on the tail end of the lead lap is Henry.
Clements with a DNF.
All these cars, if you watch the 2, the 88, as they drive into the corner, you can see the back of the car really dancing around. Those guys fighting to get the apron, using the apron to turn the car. Their balance is shifted a little bit loose. And it's just so weird to me that right now, it looks to me like the 2 cars started to drive away. Ran a couple of 6 cars, the others up still right behind him. But the trend will change in a few laps. You'll see the 88 run him back down. It's incredible to me that we haven't had anybody check out tonight. What a race between these top 3. 38 laps to go. We talk about lap traffic and the role that it can play. And just the management of that and the car over the long haul. Top 5. Blood, Zillich, Almirola, Tire, and Sanchez closing on the end in Las Vegas.
He does know he's in public. Oh, he doesn't care. When a young homeowner starts to turn to their parent, it helps to show them just how bad it can get. So they just hang out here begging? Yeah. Good. Even when she's big progress. Really? They don't have change in yet? No, they do. Progressive Care City probably government does, but we Care City loan money for more than us. Why is he in this engineer? You're asking the right questions.
You know what's crazy? We're eating breakfast and none of us are morning people. I blame it on the bacon. I concur. Cheers. Concur. I know, right? Sounds good in my mouth. Concur. I read in the book Morning and Day. I concur.
Assuming it doesn't happen by accident. Walmart Plus members get free delivery on more than just groceries. So I can order a Gouda.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. For me. And I'm feeling good.
Vacations will never be the same. Welcome to the 4 parks of Universal Orlando Resort.
Ever wondering how NASCAR Cup Series playoffs work? Let Gosby Racing break it down for you. NASCAR is a bracket system with eliminations at 16, 12, 8, and 4. How to advance? Win races or survive the cut. Outlast the pack, finish first one in the championship form, and you're doing donuts and victory play. And trust me, Toyota's ready for victory play. Now you're up to speed. You in?
Check out Hot Shots, our Skechers coat and faucet selection, featuring premium materials like soft suede, plus more comfort than you can imagine, with Skechers' exclusive air-cooled memory foam and countless stylish color combos for men and women. Hot Shots at Skechers Coat and Classics.
You can get this fixed now and pay later. You can get this fixed now and pay later. And this. Get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLife.com.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Just over 30 laps to go. NASCAR Xfinity Series racing on a Saturday night, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. You win tonight as a playoff driver. Way to the championship for Jesse Lynch. Going to be 20 laps out front when he comes across this time. all won those stages, has led the most laps in this race. He's still very much alive as we continue this long green flag run. Tonight, it's not only been about speed, but how about this from Connor Zillage? Connor hoping he could pack some air on the two-car, get him pushed up off the bottom, and as he got close to the two-car, he saw exactly how loose he got. Two young drivers racing for a spot here. 54, Taylor Gray. 17, Corey Day. And how about Corey Day? Through a cycle of three stop stays in the top 10. The team didn't have the best stop, so really the spots he lost, not really on him. Really had a couple of on here tonight. Yeah, he's got a great job. And these races for Corey are all about earning experiences. I don't know how many things like stops he's been able to make in his career, but the trucks and Xfinity cars just don't make a lot of those. So for him,
30 to go.
Practice getting on off pit road, not get caught speeding, go through that whole process. He's done a great job staying out of trouble all day long. Go back to most of his starts this year.
Yeah, oh my god, look at all this lap traffic. Trevor Baines, Sammy Smith, Matt DeBenedict. 3 wide. So, there's nothing wrong with trying to sell a lead lap, but come on, the leaders are there. Oh, caution. Dean Thompson. Second one for incident tonight.
Thompson was running 22nd. Right now showing 19 cars on the lead lap. They had just gotten around the leaders, had Banger and Smith. Well, we're going to get one more shot. Everybody's got to set tires. Got some tires. Everybody gets to make one more shot and adjustment. See if they can get just a little bit better. Jesse Love's going to be frustrated to lose it.
Yeah, that was a long green flag run.
A couple things to think about with pit stops in the office. Number one pit stall right now for the 88 Connor Zillage after he won the pole last week at the Roval. And just how good that RCR team has been on pit road and delivering for Jesse Love tonight. As we go back and are able to look at this pass that we believe, Jesse's angle into turn 3 was off because of the lap cars, and when he missed the bottom, he seemed to be able to just drive in there and pack a little bit of air. No grip on the cars that are off the bottom. He's going to see how much lower he is right here. You don't remember what it's like to get to him. He gets a little air loose right there. Don't never be. He has the momentum able to clear him. But that all started race car. If you don't get that frustrated right here, he knows how the track is smooth. That all started in turn 2 with Sammy Smith. I think Trevor Baines was on the outside.
Oh, 26 just lost it.
Where's my dad? Again, that pass was because of the lap bars, and we knew they were going to play a factor at him just because of how close those top 3 had been all night long. The timing of the caution big for Trevor Baines because he was scored.
Yeah, he's on his way to Colorado.
Sammy Smith, the first car 1 lap down. All right, so this 21st, and we'll get into this past year. So when the car is getting more dangerous and more harvest, that's like you taking a break in the send them to a place where it's a little bit of that heart rate is exciting, right? Your depth grip of the wheel. I think you guys are having to work harder than what we can appreciate watching how those cars dance around. All those guys are to look at that. I'm a little old for 191, but that's really high even if you're on the walk. Well, 191 is a strong number. It is. And it's been exciting to watch. It's far from over right now because those top 3 are so close together. You know how important the restarts are. You can talk all you want about points and your advantage and all that. You want to win so that you don't have any stress at Talladega or Martinsville. Execution on pit road is going to be huge. That's one big box to check. And then once we get that restart, we know how what an important role that is played in this race tonight. A lot of pressure on these pitchers right here, coming out for the last stop, knowing how important
All
it can
right.
be. And we've seen a lot of issues on pit road tonight for the playoff drivers. Heart rate was up for Conversation behind the wheel. Outsmart race up behind these pitchers. 88 coming down with love, out roll. Ball guy Sanchez. Kim.
And fresh tires will be an absolute premium here. Expect all teams to pay for. For Eric Almirola, he said, I'm just a little stuck. I need a little bit more turn, especially for the short run. You see him top of your screen, middle of your screen, Jesse Love, just a little too free. Despite that freeness, Rudy Danny Stockton said, good, no adjustments there. So it's been lights out all day. And by the time it goes to the bottom, they'll expect to tighten up just a little bit between two, especially along the bottom in 3 and 4.
Yo.
Able to get around the two of Jesse Love. They exchange positions. +1 for Sanchez. All that goes one in the wrong direction.
Cautions out for the 26 went for a spin in turn 4.
The equation on the racetrack. Second on the pit road. 88 doing it again. Connor Zillich out front for the restart business.
Making everything into getting it right. From launches to milestones and team recognition. With expert support, quality products, and on-time delivery. 4imprint makes sure your brand shows up strong. 4imprint.com. 4imprint for certain.
Great blue hair. Now when I go, I'd like to leave some money below the brick from Doesn't count. What you need is a will. Somebody you can sign and make official. Start your will at trustandwill.com now and make it count. Should I convert my IRA to a Roth? You're asking the wrong guy.
You should ask for it online. That's what I do.
You know, financial advice should come with any fiduciary financial advisor who understands your personal financial needs. Makes sense. Financial advisor Max Quiz on smartasset.com to find more information, answer your questions, and help you achieve your retirement goals. That's more intelligent, huh? Yeah, smart. Get started now at smartasset.com.
Smoking speed on CW Sports Saturday. First, the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs roll into Talladega. Then, Washington State looks to knock off number 19 Virginia. And end the night with Pac-12 After Dark. Lafayette versus Oregon State. CW Sports Saturday. Next week at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by Echo Park Automotive, where car buying is easier, better, and happier. Toyota, let's go places. And by Bristol Myers Squibb. Yellow comes out late in Las Vegas, so the wheel and caution lights are on. Wheel of the official warning lights of NASCAR, America's most trusted manufacturer of emergency lights and sirens. Zillich leading when he came to pit road, wins the battle off the pit lane. But some anxious times for the rookie driver. Listen to team radio as we get ready for the restart. I'm gonna tell you what, that's a terrible feeling when you think that you're just waiting on that radio to get keyed, but then suddenly that you got it. Unfortunately, no issues. To me, it's like you took the test, but the score hadn't been entered yet. You know, you're like, how did I do? Please put it in so I know. All right, so Zillich takes the inside lane. Gonna have Love behind him.
Almirola outside. Inside lane has been the ticket for everybody tonight. It's so much exploding from that lane on the last restart. But the 19 has got the lead from the outside on a couple of these restarts we've seen. If I'm a spotter for the 88, crew chief,
All right, let's try this again.
what the two car did earlier in the race, and 3 wide with Allgaier. You got to know that getting control of this race, how important. If this is our last restart, just how important that's going to be. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait. 23 to go in Vegas, and the leader's heading to the Echo Park restart
All right,
zone.
coming with 23 to go.
My heart rate's high now. Mine's not 190. I love it. Dude, it's churning.
Here we go. Cinch. Damn. To bring the 48 back in.
Championship pool, and your name will be highlighted in green. Love having a great night. We're live from Marvelous Vista, plenty of work to do. And all those playoff drivers on the lead lap and right inside the top one.
Finally, they showed the playoff thing.
He's been able to run much harder for the racetrack.
48's looking to the inside.
What a story that would be. If he was challenged, honored, he cleared 19.
18 to go.
Sanchez would love to get win number 2. Oh, he's so loose on the bottom of Eric. Boy, that would have gone and lost him over this Jesse Lynn. Incredible that you saw that car get up underneath him, and not only did it cost him the race for second, but it's allowed Jesse Love to get inside of him. I'll tell you what, you talk about excitement. Worlds kind of almost collide as they merge together and try to gain that advantage. It looked like the 48 had a car that broke itself to the lead and was struggling to hang on for third. Towards the end of the race, Sanchez giving him no room. 2 cars probably hanging on right there. Cars sucking around on the outside. You see the guys chasing each other all over the string. Trying to pursue each other down. But again, it's going to bring the 7 into this. Watch how loose the 48 gets here. Oh, doesn't look bad on TV, but I'm telling you, another car that will get your attention. See right there, Allgaier, because those guys race side by side. Pull him back into the picture. Allgaier just finds his way. One of the best all time to be able to one here in the spring. above that half line with talent in Martinsville. Still in the offing. You know, when you get another caution, who knows with a restart late in this race. Allgaier is in position trying to get third from Sanchez. 14 laps to go. Yeah, and I've been watching the lap times of the leaders. And Village checked out, had about a second lead for the last 2 laps. Almirola was running a little higher on the racetrack at both ends. Been able to run over a 10 quicker. Only about a half a second back right now. Two leaders are running. Connor's moving around. They run this time by lap time wise. 2:10 that time. The 19 was able to run him down. It's been this way all night long, though. We've seen the leaders not be able to check out. We've seen Eric's running just slightly higher. Seems like the 19 has been able to have some success running over a little higher those bumps that we talk about in turns 1 and 2. Connor's spotter's got to be telling him as Allgaier goes by. Sanchez right here for third. And Sanchez trying to fight back. Looks really loose on the outside. Eddie DeHaan being really excited to get over.
It's Corey Day back there in 6th. 12 to go.
Junior Motorsports. Almirola in second, and at 19, it takes me back to the spring when it was Allgaier leading for JRM. Almirola was second, and he just couldn't find his way around. Similar situation here. Down to 3/10. They're about the same lap time.
Oh, wow, that 8. Oh, yeah, that 19's closing. I mean, if he wins tonight, he won't have to worry about Talladega.
Totally full defense mode right now for Connor. He's just going to try to run where Eric needs to be. The last time, Allgaier just missed the ball right there. They'll lose a little time down the front stretch. What Connor chooses to do, running that middle lane, it seems like that's where Eric's been the best at him. 10 laps to go. That's an eternity if you're leading this race right now. It's only about 5 minutes time-wise. Corey Day, looking at the top 5, going around Jesse Love. Unbelievable night for 17. Great night for him. Oh, look at it, Ben. Spare lead. Look at the brake runners on the 19. We'll get back in there. Brake runners are hot on the front of that car. 88 is dancing, slides up in front of the 19 of Almirola. Still a giant remaining seconds. On the 19, I'd rather get his outside. I think that's an easier pass to complete. See, oh, Connor is loose right there. The 19 didn't have some momentum. It's going to be on the inside off turn 2. Here comes
All right, 9 laps to go in the Xfinity race at Las Vegas. And, oh, wow. Man. 88 got out of line. 19 is back to the lead. That's going to bring the 7 back into this. If he, the car come off here.
See what Connor can do on the ball here. Super loose out front. 19 had a
Well, Almirola has now officially led his 100th lap. And look at this replay. Yeah, whoa, that was close.
Really getting kind of tired out right there on one of those cars. Second time tonight, we've seen these two work together. Last time we thought there could be damage that would impact the 88, but he is soldier on, stays right in the game. 7 laps remaining, 6.5 as they go down the back straightaway. I can't wait to hear these guys after the race explain why once you get the lead, you can't drive away. It makes no sense. All I got to lose to 88.
88's loose.
Yes, that is exactly what he's thinking inside the car.
6 to go.
Last 2 miles in this race, this Connor Zilic has finished second. You think about everything he's done. He's never won a mile on that track. Lost the lead with 8 laps to go. It'll be 5 this time around. He's got to load it up for one more round if he's going to get Almirola. Yeah, we got a little bit of lap traffic. As you see,
Nick Sanchez and Corey Day battling for 4th. And damn, the 17th is up to fourth. Finally, Corey Dave's racking up some good finishes, racking up a good run.
Yeah, great run by the 17. Can't say enough. Little Bear's a scratch on that car. Good practice. Qualifying looked like it was an idiot, just 3 and 4, but just having an epic night.
Four to go.
Still 4 to go. Around the 35, Mason Maggio, the lap car. Does anything to help out Zillage. Both cleanly around. We'll see 3 to go this time. Part-time driver. Won the playoff opener in Bristol in the round of 12. Trying to go second here in the round of 8. We're going to have a race. Even 88's definitely catching.
3 to go.
Another 3/10 that lap. Almost like you get a little bit of a grab.
Well, Allgaier's not close enough, but yeah. Oh. Damn. Well, loose cars tonight. Slides. 2 to go. Oh. Damn, the 88's sliding all over this track. Go. Final lap. 1 to go. Yeah. So 3 and 4. Yeah, the 88's not catching him. Checkered flag. Eric Almirola sweeps the stages and is going to win the race. He does it at Las Vegas. Wow. What a battle. Man, led 107 laps tonight. Midley kind of wanted Jesse Love to win this race, but I think Zill's getting around him for the lead on right when that last caution came out. Yeah, that did it for him. The only way he would have won this race is if he won the race off pit road or something. He would have to fight for his life out there.
It was a big finish as well as he holds off Connor Zillage. Mentioned how close he was here in the springtime. Was able to get over the top here tonight, third win of the year.
Oh, wow.
Joe Gibbs, a tremendous leader for his team. Such a great tradition they have, saying prayer after the race. Great leader. Erica part of the Owners Championship, this 19 team is. So that gets them to the championship four. The run from the owner side. I think that Eric's just having time of his life. No pressure.
Early.
Bring it down. Well, let's see how. Wow. Wow. Well, the 88 gave it his all. Up on the Talladega in Martinsville. Man, we all know Talladega is going to be chaos unless the racing proves otherwise. Wow. Great race. Could have been a lot better, but it is what it is. GG Eric.
Eric might disagree with that comment. He's glad it's over now.
Now it's 10 Xfinity wins. Now,
Alex and Abby, wife Janice is here as well. They won a race. Almirola so good here in the spring as well, and finally able to get it done here in the fall race here in Las Vegas to get the helmet off. Man, they made you earn that one. How did you go about those last few laps and just placing your car where it needed to be to not only get by the 88, but then hold him off too?
Oh man. First, thank you God. This is such an unbelievable opportunity to do this with the Signatory and Young Life. They have watch parties all over the globe with these Young Life kids, and it's so much fun to be a part of this. Thank you, Coach. Such an awesome honor to go race for an owners championship with JD Gibbs' name on the car. The whole Gibbs family. I'm having so much fun. This is the time of my life, man. So our car was good. Our car was really good. But the longer I ran, the tighter I got. And I was just struggling on that long run in the beginning of stage 3. And finally, that restart there, I just took off incredibly tight. And I couldn't get going. The 48 kind of slowed my momentum down. And finally, I got clear of him and was able to go chase the 88 down. He was pretty loose. And I was able to capitalize on it.
Well done. Congratulations. Eric Almirola, 19, back in victory lane.
And Congressman having a word with his teammate Justin Allgaier about looks like how they were both handling the end of the race. But man, we'll have to settle for second here. I know you were frustrated with yourself and with the car there at the end, but you told your team after the checkers, you apologized. You said, I was so close, I should have been more aggressive. If given the last laps of that race back, how would you have done things differently?
Yeah, I mean, the frustration just comes from how much this stuff means a lot to you. And a chance to walk into Phoenix, you got to take it. So, yeah, I mean, I gave it my all. I drove as hard as I could, but, yeah, I guess one behind today. So, yeah, I mean, I tried to figure it out. I just could not wrap my mind. And stuck here in the spring for the same reason. We were just really loose and struggled to move around. And, just didn't have what it took. So, we'll go back to the drawing board. Our WeatherTech Chevrolet was as fast as Xfinity Mobile all day long, and we put ourselves in the right spots, but unfortunately, I just didn't come away with it.
You leave plus 82. I know both Talladega and Martinsville are kind of considered wild cards. Is there comfort, though, in plus 82?
Yeah, plus 82 is not bad. It could be a lot worse, but having another win sticker on this thing definitely would have been better.
He's all about the W's. As CZ, Connor Zillage comes up short tonight, frustrated, but no doubt the points advantage will be what he's thinking about as he gets his arms around things and we head to Talladega next Saturday afternoon. Eric Almirola, fourth round, 10 laps to go, and he's able to hang on and win over Connor Zillage. How special is this? Dad wins, but before you hug your dad, you get to hug the coach. Burn it down. Win number 3, double A. Eric Almirola gets it done in Las Vegas.
Yeah, someone else. Yeah, the 19 is the owner's championship. Run for the owner's championship, and yeah, I don't think Eric Almirola is driving the 19 at Phoenix. I think it's gonna be Justin Bonsignor or something.
At Credit One Bank, we believe having a credit bureau mortgage with a little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow.
Earn up to 10 points on travel and 5 points on dining with the Credit One Bank Wander American Express card. Credit One Bank. Rules ahead.
Still dealing with moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease symptoms despite treatment? Put them in check with Revoke. Revoke works differently and it's a once-daily pill. When symptoms try to take control, I got rapid relief from Revoke. Check.
Revoke helped visibly repair my intestinal lining. Check.
I got lasting steroid-free revision with Revoke. Check.
Rapid symptom relief. Visible repair of the intestinal lining.
And lasting steroid-free revision. Check, check, and check.
Revoke can lower immunity to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurring. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you have these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection. Put UC and Crohn's in check.
Yeah, this race finished in a little over 2 hours, 2 hours, 13 minutes, and 31 seconds. Man, this was some race. But at least, but hey, on the bright side, the well, what else is there more? If you're talking about the Cup Series, yes, the Cup Series will be at racing in Vegas tomorrow. Then we have Talladega, Martinsville, and Phoenix afterwards. So, yeah, this was quite an interesting race. It wasn't the greatest race, but I have to admit, those final 25 laps, the battle for position was, the battle for the lead was quite something. Admittedly, kind of wanted Jesse Love to get this win since he hasn't won on a 1.5 mile oval before, but that I hope that win will come someday. I hope. Thought Allgaier was going to have the car beat, but it's very clear from the get go that Almirola was going to be the one to get was going to be the car to beat. Both Eric Almirola and Carl Zilch, they both battled. They battled just like a normal battled normally. There's no walling somewhere. It's just that when they got behind each other, they would get loose, or if they would like drive deep into the corner or clip the apron, they would get loose. So that's the only reason why they were the way fish would be the way ended up the way it did. I mean, if you think about Carzillis going into next week, he's got momentum. He could have won today, but I think Almirola's car's on a whole different level. Harrison Allgaier came up third. How about my boy Corey Day finishing fourth? Hope we can see him full time in an Xfinity car next year. I hope. And you got Nick Sanchez finished fifth in that nice blue car. Love to see Ryan Sieg at the top 10. Wasn't quite a race winning car, but it is what it is. Sheldon Creed in 11th. I sense another Ford win incoming. So, yeah. Trevor Bayne, 22nd. Here's all the drivers at DNF. Yeah, unfortunate for Annunziata, Massey, and Clements.
These two guys. I'd say this one's a little different. This one's a little easier to read. And this comes in to playoff frustration. One guy needed the playoffs.
Ooh. Dang, Jesse Love had an intense talk with Nick Sanchez.
In the background, doing his best, Kevin Harvick. That's exactly what I was thinking there. But those guys are frustrated. I mean, Sanchez isn't in the playoffs, and Love has so much on the line. I just think that. Let's get more on this story. Here's Cam.
Yeah, we just saw the disagreement between you and Nick Samsic, Jesse. Some irritation there. What was the
Yeah,
frustration, and then what was
just
the
love,
conversation
just a
about?
little fresh.
Yeah, it's kind of three things. One, the past experience with Nick. Two, the reputation and his track record. And three, the situation that obviously took place on the racetrack. Um, yeah, just we about crashed 4 times on straightaway side routing each other, and then he put on my door 4 laps in a row until I about crashed. We both lost the spot. And yeah, it's just obviously frustrating, and I appreciate Justin kind of being a veteran, like I guess giving me my flowers in a sense. And then
So
yeah, obviously
yeah,
I'm
well,
very
some
pretty long
little
group.
bit of
Don't really want to do that too
well,
much.
a little bit of frustration boiled over between the two and 48. I mean, the 48's got like nothing to lose since he's not in the playoffs anymore. And then you got driver like Jesse Love trying to get in, who's in trying to get into the final four. Yeah, it's for. I mean, yeah, I mean the 48 almost did run into him several times.
I'm not too upset about it because I know that it's things
Can't
that can be
fault him
told, and I
for
can
it.
come back next time and not make those mistakes again. I'm gonna have to go back and
Hope it
look at
doesn't
it.
boil down at
But
Martinsville
yeah,
because you know tempers
it's very
are bound to fly there.
frustrating to come here
Hope we
and
don't have
put
some
in those setups that
controversy like last year in any of those
it's always so
races.
weird.
And I hope the Xfinity race in
It's very
Martinsville
frustrating.
isn't like a caution fest like
On
last
NASCAR.
year.
So
Who knows? We'll
yeah, at the
see.
same time, as much as it sucks and it's
All
frustrating
right,
and hard,
everyone, that will do it for
I can't
tonight.
control it. I just
Hope you enjoyed. Eric Almirola was the best car all night, and he ended up winning.
and Nick Sanchez gets the better hand of the battle at the
And
racetrack and finishes in the fifth spot.
with that
So
said,
just get
I'll
your
see y'all
opinion. What
tomorrow.
what was
And
said
once
and
again,
what
race was good. I'd give it at least a
Jesse was
seven and a
I
half
guess
out
to
of
say was
10. I think that's a
frustrating
good
maybe.
rating for it from my point of view. But
The way I was racing them, but
others would
I
probably
was sitting
beg to
there
differ. But
going,
anyways,
hey, right, touch me down straightaway side wraps me and
go.
doing all those
With
things.
that said, I'll
That's not
see y'all
exactly what you
tomorrow,
want to
and
do.
we can only hope
So
that we don't
obviously
get a
we have
Logano
to
win
continue to
tomorrow. That's all I
work
can
towards that.
say.
So
Anyways, I'll
Xfinity should
see
honestly
y'all
be
then.
really good points.
With that said, have a good one. Stay safe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, bye everyone. Peace out, y'all.